Okay, we're looking at reciprocal trig functions. So this is sec, cosec, and cot. Now, CSC is the way that it's sometimes written. I like to write it as cosec. And the reason why is because it helps you remember which one's which. So this is sec, and this is cot, or sometimes called cotangent. My strategy, look at the third letter. S, this one's 1 over sine. C, this one's 1 over cos. D, this one's 1 over tan. You look at the third letter, you'll never get it wrong, as long as you write it as cosec and not cosc. Anyway, find sec of pi over 3. So SAC, C is the third letter, so that's 1 over cos of pi over 3. And then we can pretty much just do that on the calculator. So cos of pi over 3, let's see, we'll just pi over 3. Now, I am in degrees currently, which is very bad. I need to be in radians for this question. So let's try that again. Cos of pi over 3 is a half. So this is 1 over a half. And 1 over a half is 2. That's the answer there. Should work down the page, so that's 2. If you want, you could just do the whole thing. So you could just go 1 over cos of pi over 3. And then that should give you the right answer, which is 2. There we go. Find cot of pi over 6. So this would be 1 over, what's the third letter, t? So that's tan of pi over 6. If you ever hear the full word, this is cotangent. And I guess this one would be, so if that's cotangent, that would be secant is what it actually stands for, and cosecant. Don't ask me why they called that, I don't know. But anyway, tan of pi over 6. Let's figure out what that is. Root 3 over 3. So this is 1 over root 3 over 3. So this would simplify down to the flipped version. So 3 over root 3. And again, if you want, you could do that on your calculator. Now, actually, this simplifies a little bit more. So if I'm trying to simplify 3 over root 3, there's a few ways to do this. You can think of the top as like 3 to the power of 1, and the bottom is 3 to the power of 0.5, and then subtract the powers. So you could go 3 to the 1 take 0.5 is 3 to the 0.5, or in other words, root 3. And if we do on your calculator 1 over tan of pi over 6, let's see what that gives us. I think it should give us root 3. Yes, it does. Good. Okay, if cos is that, and there's the angle, find cosec. So importantly, S is the third letter. So what they're really asking for is 1 over sine of x. Since we're in this range here, we're in this quadrant. So notice that x is positive, so that's why the cos value there is positive, and y will be negative, so that tells us the sine value should be negative. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we need, well, you can find the angle and then put the angle back into sine and then find cosec. But probably what's the easy way is to go sine squared plus cos squared is 1. We know cos of x was 0.8. So this is sine squared plus 0.8 squared. And you can see this will give us sine squared without ever actually having to work out what the angle x is. So this is 1 take 0.8 squared. We can chuck that in the calculator. So 0.36. So sine squared x is 0.36. So then that would tell us that sine of x is plus or minus root 0.36. So we'll get the square root of that. So sine of x is plus or minus 3/5. Now, it ends up being the negative version because we talked about how y was negative in this quadrant. So sine of x is minus 3 over 5. Or I might put the minus out the front of the whole thing. As 3 pi over 2 is less than x is less than 2 pi. If you want, that's 270 to 360. So that's how I know I'm in the bottom right. And then therefore, cosec of x. One more step, we need to flip it. So it's minus 5 over 3.